All right, welcome back to the Living in South Florida channel, and today I'm going to show you one of the best, if not the best, small towns in the Palm Beaches of South Florida. And some of the residents would argue it's the best small town in America, and I can't argue with them. Now we're going to cover the location, the climate. We're going to tour some of the neighborhoods and see why they're actually tearing down houses just to live in this community. We're also going to cover the great sense of community and the surrounding towns, all the activities and water sports, boating, fishing, golf, tennis, anything you want to do, you can do in this small town. Also, why small businesses thrive here and the close proximity to the beach. So you have great access to healthcare if that's important to you, great schools, parks, and how it's just such a safe place to live. Now, there's a bunch more things we're going to cover, and in just a moment I'm going to tell you what town we're talking about and where it's located, and we're getting after it right now. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button as we put out new content every week. Also, if you're thinking about moving to the Palm Beaches of South Florida and you don't know where to start, I've helped many people relocate to the Palm Beaches of South Florida. But you have to do what they did. You have to give me a call, a text, an email. Heck, you can even send a message in a bottle, because that works too. Okay. So the town we're talking about is Tequesta, Florida. It's located just north of Jupiter. It's about 20 minutes north of West Palm Beach. And if you're driving north out of Jupiter and blinked, you just might miss it. It's a town of a little more than 6,000 people and has miles of shoreline on the Loxahatchee River. It's home to 3 golf courses, has a mix of small single-family homes, all the way up to mid-range and then waterfront mansions, as well as a nice mix of condos. And it has super safe neighborhoods, and it's a great place to raise a family. If you want privacy, Tequesta, Florida is the ultimate. Actually, when I was filming these videos, 2 times I had neighbors come out and ask me what the heck I was doing. And I said, well, I'm filming a video on what a great place Tequesta is to live. So here's some things you need to know about the best small town in America, and one is the climate. The climate's absolutely amazing here. Tequesta, Florida, the average temperature in the winter time, and I'm talking about December, January, is like 75, 77 degrees. In the spring and the fall, you're looking in the 80s, and it does get really hot here in the summer, but that's why we have air conditioning, and that's how we have all this water around us. So if you're looking for a place with the ultimate climate, I think it would be hard to find one. Even when it does get hot, because of our close proximity to the Atlantic, there's always a nice breeze, just like there is right now, as you can see the palm trees blowing in the background. The other thing are the neighborhoods, and I touched on this. There's great neighbors here. Like, the neighbors really look out after one another. It's super safe, it's super clean, the people are super friendly and super nice. Now, if you look behind me, these are typical houses you'll find in Tequesta. These are the smaller ones. These are probably, 1,100 square feet, 1,200, 1,400 square feet. There's a lot of them in here in Tequesta, but people don't give these houses up too often. But there are still quite a few that you can find, and this is what makes, a typical Tequesta neighborhood. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got palm trees. You can look behind me there, and that's what it's like. If you're looking for one of the safest, laid-back, cool places to live, Tequesta, Florida is it. And even though you'll have people on one side of the street living in a $20 million house and people next across the street living in well, they're going to be at $1 million anyways, it doesn't matter. Everyone just kind of treats everyone very well here, and they're just very nice. Just a very nice community. So now we're in Tequesta Country Club. This is one of the most desirable places to live in all of Tequesta. People just want it. They'll say, I want to buy a house, but I only want to be in Tequesta Country Club. And when they say that, they mean it. Even if you live right at the country club, it doesn't mean you get to go play golf there or get a membership, because they have a waiting list to get on their golf course. So I'm actually here on a holiday, so there's really going to be anybody around.
So I'm out here at Tequesta Country Club. This is an amazing course. People actually love it here. The greens are absolutely just so well kept. But it's a holiday, nobody's around right now. But I just want to show you, it's just an absolutely beautiful course. And you can just see why people want to live here on and around this golf course. I'm guessing this is the 18th or something, but anyways, I've never played here, obviously, but this is where people want to live in Tequesta, and not just in Tequesta on the golf course, but around the Tequesta Country Club. So there's the clubhouse. I mean, it's nothing super fantastic. It's just this private, small townish feel you get here. No matter where you are in Tequesta, you'll absolutely love it. Now behind me, here's a house. It was a tear down, and they do this a lot here in Tequesta, Jupiter. I mean, all the way, every place around here, especially when they're on the water. This one happens to be on the water, and they've obviously torn this house down, and they're putting a new one up. This is a big house. This is probably, I'm going to say 8,000 square feet. I could be off on that. Maybe it's 10,000. It's a big house. I could figure it out if I wanted to. There's a 4-car garage over there, but it's right on the water. I'm not sure what the price is on this, but I'm sure it's a lot. But we'll go down here and take a look, and I'll show you why, because these are right here on the water, and that's what you'll find. Now, a lot of times the builders, they're just buying these houses and putting up spec houses. It's what's going on here. So really, if you wanted, you could pick out the house you want, or the lot you want, by just finding a house, and then, you know, I would even go up there and you know, make an offer, a cash offer to those sellers if you have the means. You know, some people just won't sell, obviously, at any price. And now you can see why, because it's just an amazing place to live. But look at the house across the street. Across the water. The one across the water is just incredible. Who knows what that one is? Who knows even lives there? This area is just so private. It's just so calm, you know? It's just how it is. So if you want a place that's really quiet, calm, peaceful, look at the back of this place. It's going to have a big walkout, huge patio there. It's really going to be amazing when it's finished, but just a massive house here. So you'll see these small houses get torn down. Sometimes they're even big houses. They get torn down, and something like this, brand new, goes in its place. I'm anxious to see what that's gonna, you know, what that's really gonna look like when they're done. The other thing, it's in close proximity to some of these other really great towns. One is Jupiter, Florida, is just to the south of us. Hope Sound's north, that's another really small town, but you got Jupiter, you got Palm Beach Gardens, you've got West Palm Beach is, you know, 25 minutes. You wanna get to the airport, Palm Beach International is about 25 minutes from here. And it's a great little airport to get in and out. The only thing is it's hard to find a lot of direct flights. Now, one of the biggest draws to Tequesta, Florida is the water. And when we talk about water, it's some of the best bill fishing, best fishing period in North America. Boating, you can't beat Tequesta. I mean, just look at this water. It's absolutely beautiful. There's boating, boat shops everywhere. There's bars, restaurants all along the water. It's just an amazing place. It's almost magical. So even if you're not into boating, you probably will be once you move here. What a great place. If you're not into fishing, but you're just into boating, maybe jet skis, sailing, whatever it is, you'll see boats going up and down here, and everyone that lives along the shorelines here have at least one boat, if not multiple. If you're into snorkeling, scuba, whatever the water sport is, kite surfing, surfing, as a matter of fact. There's some great surfing over in Juno and Jupiter when the conditions are right. So it's really just a great place for anything in and about the water. So if you want to talk about sports, golf, especially up here in Tequesta, there's 3 main golf courses up here in Tequesta, Tequesta Country Club, Turtle Creek, and Riverbend Golf Course. Now there's a bunch of other ones right around here. If you want to go, you can play at Trump National, you can go to PGA National. There's golf courses everywhere here in South Florida. Drive 5 minutes, you'll find another one. As far as tennis, there's tennis courts everywhere, public, private. There's incredible tennis club I belong to in Palm Beach Gardens, which is only a few minutes from here as well. If you're not a resident there, it's going to cost you like $800 for the year, but tennis is very easy to find, and it's very easy to find people that are wanting to play tennis in South Florida. And if you're into pickleball, well, forget about it, it's everywhere. Now let's talk about professional sports, since we're on the topic of sports. You know, Florida is home to some incredible teams. What do we have? 3 NFL teams. We've got 2 hockey teams, a couple basketball teams. I mean, you've got it all here. Baseball teams. If you're either a Rays fan or a Marlins fan, but any type of professional sport, we've got it here in South Florida. It just depends on how long you want to drive. Now in Jupiter, that's home to that's Roger Dean Stadium, and that's where the Cardinals and the Marlins have their spring training. And then also you can find they have their minor league teams play there during the regular season. So if you're into baseball, this is a baseball mecca as well. Baseball, baseball, tennis, golf, those sports in particular, and some of the best football players in the country come out of areas right here and around this area. So if you want to even watch college football, college sports, all types of sports, no matter what it is, football, basketball, baseball, I mean, the top, the best of the best are down here in South Florida. You've got all your prep schools and everything, so it's really a great environment. If you're really into college sports, you can be watching something live every weekend. And as far as high school sports go, like I said, they're the best right down here in South Florida, in and around the Tequesta area. One of the things that's really cool about Tequesta is they really support their small businesses. And I'm not talking just a few. There is a ton of small service businesses and contractors. There's a ton of bars and restaurants, and they're really good. And the local people here really support them, and they give back to the community. It's just a win-win situation. You know, sure, we have our chain type restaurants and that, but not many of them. A lot of these are all just locally owned little mom and pop shops, and the people go there, they eat there. That's just what they do. That's just how it is here in Tequesta, and that's what makes this a great small town. If you're looking for that small town life that you really can't find, it's really hard to find. Florida or anywhere else for that matter at this time. Another thing they have, if you're thinking about retiring down here, there's great medical facilities around here. Just down the street is Jupiter Medical. There's one of the best VA hospitals in West Palm Beach area, or Riviera Beach, and they even have that chopper thing, so if something happens to you, they can fly you somewhere within, if they catch you in an hour, they're flying you there, saving your life. So this is one of the best places to live for medical facilities and medical treatment in the U.S. right here in South Florida. One of the other things they have here is one of the best sunrises and sunsets you can get. This water with the clouds, it just gets amazing. I love it when it gets that, I live on the beach on Singer Island, and we get some pretty awesome ones. Well, they get some pretty awesome ones here with the fire in the sky. It just looks amazing. And when you're down here, you just got to catch those. And it's not quite sunset yet, but it's going to be soon. I might see if I can catch some of that on video for you as well. So I'm out here at Sawfish Park in Tequesta. It's just a small park. It's beautiful though. I mean, there's docks, there's people out here fishing. People really use their parks around here, but they're nice and clean, they're immaculate. It's not like in some of the trashy parks I used to go into in Illinois. It's just absolutely beautiful here. They keep everything really beautiful, not only in the parks, but in town and everywhere. So if you are thinking about moving to the Palm Beaches of South Florida, Tequesta, Florida, Jupiter, Singer Island, wherever it might be, West Palm Beach, I've helped a lot of families find the perfect home, beach condo, 55 and older, whatever it is you're looking for, golf course community, whatever it is, go ahead, reach out to me. My information is down below. Give me a call, a text, an email, any way you want to get a hold of me. I've got your back if you're thinking about moving to the Palm Beaches of South Florida.